Fruitwards.
You're wasting all the time. Another hour gone, did you hear the chime? You're wasting all the time.
Recorded for Thursday, October 10th, 2019.
Oh, you can do the whole thing?
Wow.
I thought you were going to go.
Wow,
Jess
called
is
out.
the queen of shade today.
It's because I unlocked part of my lungs, guys.
We're still very proud of you.
I'm so proud of me too. Hey there, fellow listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, afternoon, or evening to Wasting All the Time, the podcast, season 2. We're better now.
Yay.
I am Jess for this colored episode, which is red. And with me are my fellow cohorts,
Dave.
And
Cody.
And we three shall weave a amount of time of mirth and happiness,
Verily,
for you this morning, afternoon, or evening. If you have never listened to the podcast before, let me just tell you really quick. This is a fun little podcast of
Good
comedy.
job. You haven't listened. This is a podcast.
Congratulations. This isn't on the radio. Unless you've got one of those cool looking speakers that looks like an old-timey radio, then I guess you broke the system.
We should press a record.
let's. Also, if you're listening to this and it's nighttime, fuck off.
Why? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so to move this right along, because I think I can just move it right along right here. I got control of the sounds, guys. That might have been a mistake. Okay, let's find out.
And now, it's time for Jess to break shit down. Now entering the Jesalogue.
Okay, everybody's got a car, right? Okay, not everybody has a car, but most people have a car. A general majority of the United States patrons and people of this country have a car. Now, these are the people that I want to talk to right now. So if you're not one of these people, I apologize, but just shake your head up and down and go, yes, that makes sense. We have automatic locks, and I'm going to tell you I love automatic locks. They make my life so much easier because I am a tiny person, and I don't have a very good hand-eye coordination to freaking stick the key into the lock in the middle of the night. Okay? I would get a scratching thing and everything, but here's the deal, buddy boys. I've got a Honda Fit. First, don't try to find me. Lots of people have Fits. Second, you can't lock a freaking Fit if there's a door open, which you would be like, okay, that's fine, whatever, unless you're a tiny person like me with tiny hands and you only can hold so many things. So if I've got my cell phone, I have got my coffee cup, I have my water bottle, I have my planner, I have my purse, I have my backpack, I have my sketchbook, and then I also have a leash for my dog, all in my hands, I cannot very easily go to the frickin' button on the gosh darn key fob because the key fob is around my pinky and everything else is filled up. Just let me lock the door with my driver's side door open so that I can just kick it shut with my foot, go up to the nearest door that I have to enter for the next building, and then do sad puppy dog eyes until somebody comes and opens it for me. How hard is that, Honda?
That was the righteous, white, pure fury fire of a tiny human.
With so much entitlement.
And limited hands.
Yeah. Just threw a fit. I got more impressions. You kept listing things that were all apparently in your hands
They
only.
are, yes!
I was like cell phone and coffee, okay, and water, okay, and sketchbook. Wait a minute. There's a lot of hand space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you threw me at first and were like, because I'm tiny and we don't have good hand-eye coordination. I was like, wait, no. Vern Troyer would disagree.
You know what? In hindsight, that sounds about right. That's all me. That's a problem I have.
Yes, sizist.
Well, that was Jesalogue. We're going to move in right on to the next fun thing. The thing
boy.
I get to push. Okay.
More fun.
Dave, fun is what humans have.
Upwards, downwards, forwards, backwards. I say we go fruitwards.
And with that sound cue, that means that we are on to the next segment of this podcast that you are listening to, which is a podcast. It's known as Fruitwards. The way the Fruitwards works is that we have 2 different colored cards. We're going to pull one color of each of these cards. One of the cards may or may not be green. One of the other cards may or may not be red. We don't know. We don't want to get sued. One of those colors. One of those colors is a noun. The other one is an adjective. We will use those words to form a scene for your audio enjoyment.
Oh, it's fun.
So, without further ado, we have functional junkyard. Oh, and one more thing. When you hear this, the scene is completed.
Little bell wavery tone as you moved it.
I expect that little preamble to every ring. Ding.
I realized my hand was on the bell, and if I hit it, I was going to get that dog sound that I always get. Okay? I'm trying to be better.
Be like season 2. Be better now.
I've unlocked so much of my lungs. I can be better now, guys.
Sadly, lung capacity doesn't seem to transfer into bell capacity.
We'll have to form a committee to look into this. Time for tax dollars.
Functional junkyard, guys.
Functional junkyard guys.
I got a load. Can I bring it in? Can you open the gate for me, please?
Okay, buddy. Okay, roll up to the gate. Now hold on. Not just anybody gets in.
Okay.
What do you got? You gotta, tell us what's going on.
Yeah, I got a trailer full of things here. I've got lots of machinery.
Wow.
From a decommissioned factory.
Okay.
Looms and the like.
Looms for making missiles? That's what looms do? I work at a junkyard. I don't know.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's like for weaving fabrics.
Okay.
That's what a loom.
Do they explode like missile fabrics?
Can't say I've seen that one. Sometimes a design will really pop. But, wow. Yeah. No, what a wild thing that would be.
Yeah.
Explosive rugs and things.
People throw away a lot of weird shit here, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, you just machine pieces? Pieces of machines.
Yeah, a lot of loom stuff. Some of the HVAC system. None of it works. And I was hoping... What was that? Oh, I think that sounds like it's coming from inside the pile.
You see, if you can't bring live things into a junkyard, guy. I mean, you can. You're not supposed to.
Wow. Can you give me a hand here?
Yeah, no, definitely. This is...
Sounded like it was coming from under that.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Because I work in a junkyard.
All right. You get that corner?
Yep. Yeah.
Wow, listen to that lung capacity.
That's like 90% higher than usual.
Oh, wow.
Hi, how did you... I am so sorry. We drove a while.
Yeah, we are not in Washington anymore.
No, we are...
This is not Washington.
We are now in the outskirts of San Ramon.
I'm really bad at geography. I'm not sure.
It's quite a bit
south. What?
Way south. More south.
Like
so think
Italy.
So think south and then
Italy's
go
kind
south.
of south, yeah.
Oh, Italy. I don't think that's possible. So, yeah, this is my home. So
San Ramon?
No, this HVAC here.
You were in the vent.
Yeah.
Behind the dampers.
Yeah.
We always check, but we didn't this time.
That makes sense. No, that follows logically.
That is how this has unfolded. I'm guessing it. That's. I am so sorry. I did not know there were any residents in the factory.
Oh, yeah. I'm one of the. I'm living the tiny life.
You are
the minimalist,
quite
tiny
small.
home life.
You are very small.
Like nothing smaller than a. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I try. I try real hard.
Is that what gave you the idea of doing the tiny house?
Well, yeah, nothing's tinier than an HVAC.
Do you feel at all like you have an unfair disadvantage?
What? No. What?
Okay, sorry.
What?
I think just a lot of people are very competitive about the tiny homes.
I have the tiniest home, so why would I compete?
Oh, you're right. That's very competitive.
Hey!
Do you
This is a
have
big place.
legal representation? I'm going to take it as a no. Good.
I have a P.O. box.
So you drive on the scale, we weigh it, and then you dump it, and they come back and we weigh you again.
You're going to
Yeah, can I
weigh
wait?
my home?
Can I get weighed after we've kind of kicked them out?
What do you weigh? Like 8 pounds?
Oh, nobody. You don't ask. You don't ask a smaller person their weight. That's rude. Why are people in San Ramon so rude?
It's a junkyard thing, I guess.
Yeah, this you may not know this, but this is a junkyard where you bring things that don't work, and then here they make them work again.
Yeah.
You're gonna make my tiny home work better. Let's do it.
We're gonna send.
You see that pile? I claim that pile over there.
Oh.
I'll claim it.
No, that.
I got a flag. Excuse me. Let me get my
Whoa,
flag.
whoa, she moves fast.
And that's
Wow.
It's my pile.
That's the missiles.
Look, I did not knowingly bring this person here, and
That's a hefty fine.
Yeah, but it's not really in my control, and I honestly have no liability here.
There's so many buttons.
No, don't. I just got it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, yeah. The thrust on those rockets is impressive.
Yeah. Did you do that? You brought those rockets back into working condition?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Kind of a hobby.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Let me see if I can make these looms explode too.
Looms.
I like throwing things like that at Dave because of his very stoic, nonplussed responses, but are also very polite. Like, I mean, I've never heard of that, but hey, like, sure, guy, why not?
Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, dude, whatever floats your boat.
And then sometimes the designs really pop.
Ew.
Classic.
Okay.
Classic. Nailed it.
Okay. This is the next thing in the list.
Ooh, what is it?
What have you been up to? To what have you been?
This is the part of the segment first where Jazz always gets really confused about the title of the song. Because I go, wait, why but? Well, why but?
What have you been up to? Why but?
Oh, why but?
Yeah.
Because
but this is so this is where we check in with myself and my fellow cohorts to see what is up with them in their lives. So I'm trying to remember who I asked last time first.
I believe you asked me first.
I asked you first.
And then I edited almost all of it out.
It was Dave going, Minecraft, and then moving on.
Because last time we did Why But, I was talking about having to travel for work for my big project, but then it got delayed.
Oh, dear.
After the time we had recorded that, so none of it was true anymore.
So you're trying to be honest for our listeners.
Cool.
Utmost importance.
Oh, wow.
is honesty.
Okay. All right. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So,
I get it.
You started with me.
Okay. So if I start with you, then I'm going to go, Cody!
That's me. So this last weekend, I was on a film set. No, as of recording this last weekend, I was on a film set. As of release,
A couple weekends
a
ago.
couple weekends ago, and when you're listening to this, like X time units where X is greater than 0 ago.
But not at night.
No, God, definitely no, not at night.
Oh, come on,
Who
guys.
listens at night? No, people
listen
listen
at
at
night.
work, so they don't have to be as productive.
Not so that.
So a friend of mine named Ghost worked in theater for like 20 years, and then transitioned to film and TV. And he's what's called a gaffer.
Did he or did they ghost stage productions? Because he ghosted.
He did.
They ghosted to the theater. Okay, so he's a gaffer. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Tape.
Does he have short-lived relationships? Where instead of breaking up with him, he just disappears?
Keep going. Jess, your turn.
No. I already did my pun. I'm saying he's a gaffer. Yeah, tape.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know gaff tape?
Yeah.
Real quick aside, gaff tape is the best thing. Gaff tape is like duct tape, but stronger,
Yeah.
temperature resistant, doesn't leave residue, and easier to tear. And they use it on film set to like tape things to lights and tape things to sets because its melting point is way higher. It's also like 5 times the cost. Yeah. But anyway, gaff tape. So he's a gaffer, lighting director, lighting designer, and I was on set as a key grip. Basically like the person who moves the lights and adjusts them and sets them and actually places them.
And eats donuts.
No, we
Oh,
had...
you weren't
you
best
didn't-
boy.
you did
You
not.
weren't best boy.
No.
Oh, okay. Best boy eats scripts.
Another
Donuts.
little side thing that comes from the original days of Hollywood when all the studios were like right next to each other because they weren't filming, citywide blockbusters. It was like 2 scenes. And since it was such an industry, there weren't a lot of people to work in it. And so one studio would just be like, hey, like I need this thing moved. Can I borrow your best boy for the day? And they would just kind of do things on set. And that just stuck around as the studios expanded.
And they eat
Do.
donuts.
Yeah, right?
And they eat donuts. So
Yes.
you were working as a grip.
Yeah, I
for
started-
your
yes.
friend Ghost.
Started as a grip for my buddy Ghost.
This all sounds plausible.
Did he have a grip on reality, or could he just phase in and out?
Ooh.
He tried to be cool, but we could see right through him.
That's the spirit.
That's mean. He's your friend.
Ah, sheet.
Casper.
It's October, guys.
It's Febtober. So I got to set up lights and move things and learn stuff. And our DP, the director of photography, has worked in Hollywood and LA, so I got to learn a lot from him. And I worked from noon until 1 a.m. on Saturday, on Friday, and then 5 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. Saturday to Sunday. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, boy.
You get kind of loopy when you get into like hour 10 of being on your feet and holding lights and dealing with actors. No, actually, all the actors are great. It was just a lot of fun. I haven't been on set in a while, and it was really neat to get out there and do a project. And I got to help. There was not a fight, but some guy gets really angry, and he almost punches a guy. And the other guy, our actor doing the punching was like 5'10", maybe 150 pounds. And the guy who was stopping him by grabbing his shoulders was like 6'2", maybe 290.
Oh boy.
And so it sold really well that he just goes to swing on him. He just, no. This is like, cool, we barely have to choreograph this. You can just physically stop him. So it was a lot of fun. And hopefully get to do more in the future.
Wonderful. I hope you do too. I hope you can do more.
Hey, that's why but I've been up to.
Why but you've been up to? Why but Dave had you been up to?
Ah, Colossi, I'm glad you asked.
It's like a Scottish vampire.
I have been, of course, working. I began watching the Netflix original show Schitt's Creek. Or no, it's a pop production. I don't know. I think it's on Netflix anyway.
Yeah, it's called Schitt's Creek. Yeah.
SCHITT.
Yeah.
Possibly, yes. Yeah, I've been enjoying that. That is fun. Minecraft had a convention.
The game? Or the like...
They had a convention for Minecraft. It was a live stream event.
Ooh.
And they announced some of the features that are coming in some of the next big updates. And I got to watch some of that live, and I got to actually participate in a vote for which biome gets updated next.
Wow.
And which biome did you vote for?
Seventh Circle of Hell.
For Seventh Circle of Hell.
Okay, pretend I don't know anything about Minecraft.
I voted for mountains.
No, that's a lie. I totally just made that up on the spot.
The options were the swamp, the Badlands, or mountains. I voted for mountains.
I would have voted for the good
Is there
lands.
is there a reason why you voted for mountains over anything else?
I did not vote for Badlands because they're really rare as a biome, and so if you were going to go and see any of the new features, you would have to really go searching for a long time to find them. and so that they're not quite as
Are they
available and
Are
useful.
they like the Badlands in the Dakotas? Where like there's a bunch of like gold, but it's like weird gold.
So one of the features,
Like Black Hills. Oh, never mind. I got confused between the Badlands and the Black Hills. Hoo-boy!
Badlands, with all the gold.
one of the features of Badlands in Minecraft is a higher concentration of gold.
Ha! I was right!
Oh, no.
Ha! In your face!
Hoisted by my own bad petard.
Swamps, it was close. They were talking about adding mango trees, frogs, and the ability to put chests in boats, which would be a cool mechanic.
You can't put a chest on a boat?
No, you cannot. And all those things would have been great, but I voted for mountains because they're going to add goats. They're going to change the way that snow works in the game, and they're going to revamp terrain generation in the mountain biomes so that it's more dramatic, mountainy scenery. And I'm very interested to see how that all shakes out. So I've got to participate in that. That was fun.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that mountains won out?
It did.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. I did that.
You did that.
You did not.
What?
You did that. Yes, I forgot.
Positivity.
Your vote actually made a difference.
Yeah, there will be goats
Not like
in
real life.
the goat.
The greatest of all time.
That's right.
Okay, I wanted to be
Minecraft is the goat.
Very nice.
Hey, Jess.
Hey, Cody. Thank you.
Why but?
Why but?
Jess.
Why but?
Why, but
Why but?
Ooh, lighting
hold
effect in
on.
Minecraft.
Why but? It's on the.
Jess is checking her notes as to what she's been up to.
Well, okay, so I don't want to say something that like has already passed. So as of the time that this recording is released, I will be practicing for an upcoming show, actually, for people who are in the Sacramento area.
What
Yeah,
show? What
yeah,
show? What
it's
show?
called Teen Slasher.
Uh-huh.
It is an improvised teen slasher horror show that Blacktop Comedy puts on.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It's a lot of fun. It's pretty ridiculous. We get like fake blood capsules. And like we just splatter ourselves to show the deaths, or we'll splatter people in the audience. So like there's like these tarps that get put down through like the entire theater. People are given like raincoat, garbage bag tarp things so you don't get the stuff on your
Like
clothes.
Evil Dead.
Yes. And this year it is specifically a sequel. So we're using all of the tropes in teen slasher sequels.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So
Where's that going to be?
it'll be at Blacktop Comedy in Rockland. And
Which is an amazing place.
yeah.
Any show where you get covered in blood, I'm in. Like Evil
Bold
Dead.
claim there.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Bold
You
claim,
can
Cotton.
you can get pretty covered in blood if you sit in the front couple rows, because I think we also get like those little ketchup mustard bottles, and we filled those up with fake blood, and we
Oh,
just
wow.
Oh my God.
people everywhere. It's stupid fun.
That's the best kind of one.
Yeah, the shows are the end of October, the 25th, 26th, the 27th, and then they will also be doing a show on Halloween,
Ooh.
which is that Thursday.
I forget what date's that.
Thursday the 31st.
Thursday the 31st. What?
Like you got the 32nd and the 33rd and the 31st.
At 32, it needs to get back to school.
Ah,
There's a lot of them. How are you going to
So
send them all
many.
back to school? There's 32nd.
yeah.
Ooh, I've had Kraken.
Ooh. Other than that, not too much is going on. Like working, I'm doing other shows, but the teen slasher one's the more fun one. I'm also working on Halloween decorations.
Yes. How's that coming along?
Oh, so my husband and I got into a discussion about how to make the bodies for the tree spirits. He believed that chicken wire and making like a wire-based structure is best. I believed...
I mean, yes, but
no.
unrelated.
I believe that we don't need to be that complex with them. We can just take cardstock and kind of like do a tube, and then paper mache on top of the tube and a balloon to like get the general idea. So we both paper mache'd our 2 ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is a lot better.
Oh, snap.
Damn.
It's just
You hear
it's
that,
like
Mr. Brown?
It's a very tall cylinder. Like it's like 10 inches tall, and it's just like maybe 1.5 inches wide. It's just a standing stick.
Hey, Wild Seven says that.
And yeah, mine has like the body, and it's got little legs, and it's got little arms and everything on it. And it took me like maybe 5 more minutes to do. He tried to make feet for his, but he said it just turned into a lump.
Oh,
Like the
lump,
foot won't even stay solid. Like, so we're still in the midst of doing those.
You say you've done your prototyping.
Yes.
Now you need to go into production.
Yeah. All the heads are done. We just need to do the bodies. And then spray paint them, and then they'll be done. Yeah. That's about it. That's my life. And Overwatch.
Yes. Are you watching Overwatch League?
So every time I do try to watch Overwatch League, I get really annoyed because I'm on the PlayStation. So then it like tries to open the web browser, and then it's just weird. So I haven't watched that per se, but I have gotten into a kick lately of watching a bunch of Diamond ranked Mercies. Because
for our non-nerd listeners, Mercy is a healer character, and Diamond is the second highest before you start getting the Grandmasters?
Yes.
Yes, pretty high.
Yeah. Wait.
No. Yes.
It's the highest before the Master.
Okay.
Because I think Platinum...
Which I realize also means nothing because they are...
Anyway.
Yeah, it's context in need of context.
Yes.
Context, yeah.
Diamond is almost at Grandmaster, you guys. It's pretty important.
Yeah. Well, because I had to give up the idea of like maybe I could be a really good tank player because I completely messed up in the beta.
Right.
And so now it just keeps ranking me with bronze people. But like
Bronze is the lowest.
It's the lowest, and it's because I messed up. I left a composition match after a competitive match after 2 people in my group. Okay, 2 people in my group like dropped out, and
Stop
so
playing the game.
Yeah, they stopped playing. And then another person dropped out, so then it was only 2 of us out of a group of 6, and so I'm all like, we
20%.
have like 4 more minutes of this darn thing. I'm out, and I didn't know that it was going to penalize me that much because it was the first time I had ever done that. And it penalized me hardcore. And now I've been stuck in bronze where people like to drop constantly in bronze comp games. And you just can't get out of bronze. And now it won't let me play with my friends who have placed in this next season because they've placed too high based off of their statistics.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't even get them to help me get out of bronze.
You know what they
I'm
say?
Stuck in hell.
Once you go bronze, the dogs shit on your lawns.
That's actually
how that
surprisingly
rhymes.
accurate, given bronze
I
players.
love how that rhymed, and I think that's a perfect segue into the next part.
What's weird in the world today? Yeah. What's weird in the world today?
All right, guys.
I love it every time. It gets me.
Yeah.
It's such a pop, like, yeah. Right? Oh, hey, Dave.
What?
Can we get a full song of that?
What is the rest of that song?
Something about how
Yeah.
like the news surprises us.
That's your job.
Fair enough. I think that well, he's not here anymore, so I can say it. I think Bard Cicero would kill me if I did that before I got his thank you song done.
Oh, that's right. Bard Cicero,
You know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jess.
You're fine. Thank you for the time.
Oh, thank you. I've been working out.
We were vamping for you.
Thank you.
She
Thank
said
you.
I'm
I
fine.
appreciate
I want everyone needs to hear that. I'm fine.
You are fine.
A human female said I'm fine.
You're okay.
Oh, that's what I'm used to. There we
Is
go.
your name Annie?
Because Because I'm okay.
You're okay, Ann.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Anyway.
So the part of this thing, I feel like I need to hit the button again
We
now
were
because we're
vamping
so
for you.
far away.
Let's spin that record.
We should press a record.
What's weird in the world today? Yeah. What's weird in the world today?
So this is where I pull up an interesting article that brought me joy, and I share it with you guys so that you can also have joy. And then we'll do a scene based off of that article. I
Joy
know.
sparking.
Her joy. Let's spark all the joy. Okay, so this one. That sounded so joyless. I'm sorry. Okay.
Let's spark some joy.
Spark all the joy.
Let's spark all the joy, guys. Here it is. Lab rats play hide and seek for the fun of it. New study shows.
Okay. All right. It was funny at first.
Even that first sentence had a bit of a chuckle in it. You're like, lab rats play hide and seek for the fun of it. The mirth was erupting out of you anyway.
Right, so lab rats play hide and seek for fun of it. Okay. Every child knows that a proper game of hide and seek must follow a strict set of rules. Players can't switch from being the seeker to the hider midway through the game, for example, and hiders have to stay put until they're found. Now, scientists have discovered that lab rats can rapidly learn the rules to hide and seek, and, so far as they can tell, love playing the game with people.
Huh.
Yeah.
That is a solid huh.
Yeah. Neuroscientist Michael Brecht of the Humboldt University of Berlin got the idea for his experience from YouTube.
What?
Yeah, they're all...
MeTube?
Yes, UsTube.
WeTube.
Oh, it's like the weird Time magazine cover where they're like, who's the person of the year? It's you on YouTube.
Internet 2.0.
Ooh.
Time Magazine still relevant?
I don't know. It keeps popping up on my phone.
No, that's just the time.
Oh, my bad.
That was brilliant.
So they know that rats play lots of rough and tumble games. Hide and seek is so much more elaborate that Brecht wondered whether they could really do it. He and his colleagues set up a 30 square meter playroom equipped with cardboard shelters and an array of boxes made from opaque and transparent plastic.
That's not see-through and see-through.
Thank you for giving the definitions again for me.
The translation.
The translation. That word. Okay. They made 7 hiding places for the rats and 3 hiding places for the study's designated game master, Humboldt University of Berlin neuroscientist, Annika Steffen Reinhold.
Ooh.
After living in cages, it took a little while for the 6 adolescent male rats in the experiment to feel comfortable in the spacious room. But once they felt safe, they were ready to play. Each game began with a rat inside a lidded box. When the rat was the seeker, Reinhold would close the box and hide, opening the lid with a remote control. After training, the rat knew that it was its cue to leap out of the box and go looking for Reinhold. When it found her, Reinhold rewarded the rat by petting and tickling it. No food.
Tickling is not a reward.
Oh, it is to the rats. When the rat was the hider, Reinhold would leave the box open and crouch beside it while the rat jumped out and scurried to one of the 7 hiding spots. Within 2 weeks, 5 out of the 6 adolescent male rats learned how to both hide and seek and not switch between those roles when they were in the middle of the game.
The 6th rat did not give a fuck.
Did not.
Time to
no.
hide. Nope. I hate tickles.
I'm too ticklish.
Too ticklish. I don't like.
No, don't.
In the second set of experiments, a different researcher trained 4 more rats to play the game. So, yeah.
Just that one rat that was like, nope.
Yes. So, yeah, they figured out that, like, rats love to do it. At one point, the rats would find the researchers and they would execute what's known as joy jumps, or because they're German, Freudensprung.
Freudensprung!
This is something that a lot of mammals do when they're having fun, including rabbits, lambs, and people.
Yeah, and tiny human children. Actually,
Yes.
it's both
Tiny
were-
human children.
with the Frühsprungen.
In addition...
No, that's breakfast. Sorry, breakfast.
In addition, the rats often scurried off to a new hiding place after being found, extending the game and postponing the reward of being petted.
Huh.
Yeah. So there you go. I found a good, happy one.
Some rats
Positivity.
are smarter than humans. Who'da thunk? Who'da lie?
That's super interesting. Like, sorry, I'm in the scene. Like, just the idea that this external reward, I guess it would be internal, but like humans play hide and seek for the adrenaline and the am I going to be found? And we can quantify that and we can look at it, and maybe as children can't point to that feeling and say it's this, but we know that. Mm-hmm. The fact that rats can embody that is super neat.
Mm-hmm.
Rats are really smart.
Yeah.
Very smart creatures.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nothing's on fire. It's the smoky thing. Ah!
I win.
Damn.
Somehow.
You win. Past tense.
Aw.
That's why you
You have anything? Or?
you can only ran through a campsite. You can't run. Because it's past tense.
Start the scene.
Okay, Mahoney, we need to get this grant.
Okay.
These guys with the rats, they're doing some amazing work.
Yeah, I read the brief. That's I don't know how you even come up with ideas like that.
We have to, or we're hosed, or we're completely sunk.
Yeah, the whole zombie phase of finding some way to make your study relate to zombies somehow was kind of past.
Yeah,
Maybe we just do another game? Like, can we teach rats to hopscotch?
Well, yeah, we don't have the tiny chalk though.
Oh, that's right.
Rats love to hop. It's some German word.
They do.
Like Funky Springs, but we don't.
How about we gotta wow them, right?
Yeah, we need something with some punch.
Let's teach rats to play video games.
Okay. We have to say it like that every time.
For emphasis.
Okay. Okay.
How are my best researchers right now?
Huh?
How are
Yeah.
my top two researchers?
Dr. Zhivago, hello. So nice of you to stop by.
Yeah, we were expecting.
We
course.
wanted you to show up.
We had hoped. We were just talking at breakfast.
Oh, you eat breakfast without me? Well, that's fine, I guess.
Well, I mean,
it's our first thinking breakfast. Yeah, we need special
We
nutrients.
have a second formal breakfast.
that we were just about to invite you to. Now that you are
that's
here,
so nice.
I was just
It
saying.
You were just saying, Maynard.
I was just saying that we should invite the doctor.
Oh, no, the rats.
To
Well,
we
I
should
just,
invite
I
the
just
rats
wanted,
to breakfast.
I just wanted to check in on my two best top scientists and see how that's coming along. That new proposal that you're supposed to be doing to get us all some grant money so that
Right.
people don't have to lose their jobs or anything.
No,
I mean
that
it's
would
all down to your four shoulders.
Doctor.
Just-
Two and two and
Zhivago,
two.
Like so, I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes, and I hope that you have that entire proposal done.
It's gonna wow you. You're gonna be
All
wowed.
right.
We
Okay.
do.
There will be wowing.
All right.
Yes.
Make
Yes.
sure
Everybody's dependent on you. both.
Yes.
Wow.
keep those socks on
Wow.
because they're
Wow.
about to be knocked
Yeah.
off.
I'm gonna go get a Coke.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay.
No. Okay.
All right. So get the PowerPoint open.
Okay.
Put
Yeah,
the title
yeah.
in there. Rats. How do you type rats playing video games?
Like that.
Okay, that was good.
I just put a period
All right.
in between. And then let's train them to play World of Warcraft.
Okay, what is that?
It's an online
Okay. Good start.
multiplayer
Okay.
game with things in it.
Can it be controlled with rats?
The rats will control it. We'll have to come up with an interface for them to control it.
Okay. How do that?
Would be-
Okay.
It'll look like I don't know. I'll draw a square and put a couple circles on it.
Squares are very scientific.
Okay.
Yep. Good. Okay. Good.
And they play the game, and
Yep.
they are competitive,
Yes.
and they enjoy it.
Yes. Brilliant. Okay. We got it made.
I think this. Oh,
Dr. Zhivago. All right. Okay. Are you okay? Ready? Are you
right.
ready?
Hold on.
Oh, don't rush the doctor.
no. Got to take time for a Coke.
All right, boys. What do you got me? What do we got?
Go ahead and share the proposal with the good doctor.
Okay. All right.
Jeremy.
That's me, Dr. Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's really prevalent on Earth nowadays? Kids.
Mm-hmm.
And what are right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
is the future?
Future
Kids
are not only our future but also our present. So that's 2 data points.
And our hope.
Yes, which hope is
It's not really quantifiable.
Kids.
And what do kids do?
Drain our resources?
Oh.
Are you proposing that we do a mass child genocide?
If you
maybe
did you guess it, Doctor?
Was that
I really hope I did not.
No, then we're not. No, haha. What
I mean, it would be as silly as doing another little rat test thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
That would also be similarly ridiculous. Start typing something else.
We won't kill anyone.
No. This is a 0 death experiment.
Okay.
But on a computer.
0
be death
Yes.
of the rat. Enemies?
This is another rat experiment, isn't
Yeah.
it?
We have them.
I want to see.
We do have a surplus of rats.
So many
back.
rats.
There's a lot.
I'm just sick of the flavor.
Yeah. We tried. We can't keep up.
No.
All right. Fine.
Maybe we can teach like orangutans
We
to
just thought-
play baseball or something.
We could get them to join our crew and
Yeah, we need a healer.
we need a raid party.
In what?
World of
Warcraft.
Oh, I've got some spaces for some guild people. I need some. If you teach some rats how to be some night elf druids for me, I would just be tickled pink.
Wow.
You-
Why are you?
Should we get funding for that?
Absolutely. Let me go get you 2 celebratory Cokes.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, those are the best flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we need some rats.
I know. I thought we had them, but we don't.
No! That's why I suggested orangutans.
Those poor research assistants.
One of the point
Very
of whom is
strange.
clearly a doctor because I decided to be Dr. Jeremy.
Yeah.
The thing that I liked about that scene is that I cannot wait for those 2 individuals to come back at some point in a different scene.
Yes.
They better be a running group.
Oh, I'm so
Like they
excited.
better be.
I forgot your first name, and then I called you another name, which I subsequently forgot.
Did I have a name? I didn't remember.
I opened with Mahoney.
Mahoney. Okay.
And then I called you something else, which I forgot. Mahoney and Jeremy.
All right.
Oh, the antics. The antics.
It's the Improv Game of the Week.
All right, fellow listeners, you have come to the final game of this morning, afternoon, or evening. Evening is okay. It is okay to listen to this in the evening.
I told you time and time
Time
again.
and time
Evening is
again.
okay.
You can listen to it whenever you want. I support your listening choices.
Very nice of you.
Thank you. So, the game that we're going to be playing is a positive one.
Yay!
All right, and it
Plus.
is a pun. It's known as a pun game.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do like funny things. If
Yes.
if you are a child under the age of 13, make sure your parents know we're gonna use a word. The word is sex. So if you are a little young child, let your parents know. I guess.
Please do. If you were 13, just, Mom, they said sex. And go back to listening.
Also,
Yeah.
Mom and Dad, if you're listening, this podcast does have an explicit tag. So.
18 plus.
It does, yes. But I
think your parents are at least 18, Dave.
Anyway. Anywho, so this game is called Sex With Me is Like Blank. And the blank
Accurate.
will... Yes. Oh, no.
That was brilliant.
The blank will be words that we will get from our Fruitwards compendium or nouns. So we'll use random words, and every time that you hear, no, I don't know, yeah, we'll switch out for the new word. So
I expect all that.
Okay, we'll switch out to a new word
Rhythmic.
and continue the fun.
Yay, we will.
Verily.
It is
There will be fun
required.
there, and it will continue.
Mandatory fun.
Yes. Okay.
We're doing adjectives or nouns.
You do nouns.
Okay. Actually, yeah. Fine. Okay. Ready?
Yeah. Boot camp is the first one.
Are we going like in order, or is it just jump in?
You just jump in. So you do
Sex with me is like boot camp. 3 weeks and you're sweaty and sore and you never want to go back.
Sex with me is like boot camp. Lots of people yelling at you, and you don't know why.
Sex with me is like boot camp. You're not actually committed until we close the gate.
Sex with me is like boot camp. You're not really sure you're going to succeed, but when you do, man, it was worth it.
Sex with me is like boot camp. Uniforms are required.
Sex with me is like boot camp. I had to get a recruiter to get you here.
Sex with me is like boot camp. There will be paperwork first. Sex with me is like boot camp. When we're done, we'll invite your parents. Sex with me is like boot camp. Watch out for that barbed wire.
Sex with me is like boot camp. You'll want to go overseas afterwards.
Sex with me is like boot camp. After the first time, you'll be committed for 4 to 6 years.
Yes. That's a good
Okay,
one.
all right.
All right.
Okay, so next word. Okay. Feedback. Sex with me is like feedback.
Sex with me is like feedback. I'm going to get right in your ear and just be so annoying.
Sex with me is like feedback. You never want to read the comments.
Sex with me is like feedback. High pitched and shrieky.
Sex with me is like feedback. You think you want it until you get it.
Sex with me is like feedback. It makes onlookers go, ugh.
Sex with me is like feedback. It really teaches you where to point the mic.
Sex with me is like feedback. It's constructively criticizing. It's constructively criticizing everything you've done up till this point in a vain hope that you'll do better next time, but you never do. You never do.
That was terrifying.
All right. Ooh. Vendors.
Oh. Sex with me is like vendors. Most people stop at the free sample.
Sex with me is like vendors. They have to pay to participate, and then they just hope they get enough out of it to cover it.
Sex with me is like vendors. You have to hope that I'll cover the tax, but I'm never sure if I can.
Sex with me is like vendors. If you get enough of it together, then it's a fair.
Oh.
That
was-
Unfair.
I mean, it's
that
fair.
accidentally went somewhere.
Oh.
That
Ooh. All right.
and there's that could have been a solid joke.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
But I did not have anything.
Sex with me.
Oh no!
Cut me off.
Ooh,
I
blue
cut
balls.
you off.
Cody just interrupt us.
Well, I guess it's
Codus
only
interrupt.
proper that as soon as you see what the new word is, you have to do one right away.
That is the opposite of proper, because I had a good one.
Yeah.
Set,
That's how it works.
Sex with me is like fruit. Fluids get everywhere. Juices?
Sex with me is like fruit. It's recommended by the FDA. USDA.
Sex with me is like fruit. Good raw or in a dessert. No other way.
In a smoothie?
Sex with me is like fruit. You have more of it than you do eat bread. Or
Sex with me is like fruit. You go, pits.
Sex with me is like a watermelon. You think that it's really true and honest, but then you're gonna see a picture of what I used to look like, and you go, well,
What kind of watermelons are you eating?
you have not seen the meme?
No.
The historical meme of like what painters actually made watermelons look like?
No.
Oh my god, they were horror fruits.
sex with me is like fruit. It's really good until you get to the core.
Sex with me is like fruit. Seasonal.
Oy.
Sex with me is like a mandarin. It's smaller than I expected.
Sex with me is like fruit. Let's have it in a bowl.
Okay. Sports.
I think last one, right?
Yeah.
that's a good.
Sex with me is like sports. Goal. You can't cut any of this out. I could do so much more with my lungs, guys.
Sex with me is like sports. The only way I participate is by watching or in fantasy league.
Oh, God, and I'm gonna just end it there.
Good game, Jess.
Fantasy league. Brilliant.
It's supposed to be a positive game to lift yourself up.
But the self-deprecating puns are so much easier.
It's so much easier. All right, guys.
Oh,
that
man.
means that you've come to the end of the Wasting All the Time podcast. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked any of these scenes in particular, you can always go to the website and you can write about this scene, and it might come up in the 10 best scenes at the end of the
Indeed.
season. You can find us on a bunch of different listening websites and apps.
We are
And-
at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, pretty much anywhere podcasts are found, but not SoundCloud because they suck.
Very
Yeah, more like suck cloud.
cool.
So more like sound. Get out of here.
That was good.
Thanks. I planned that one.
That made me have a humor reaction.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. If you want to know more about the Wasting All the Time podcast, you can go to the website. Check us out on Patreon. Like, give us some monies.
Yeah, patreon.com/timewastepod. Become a patron for as little as $1 a month.
Make us even happier.
Get episodes a day early most of the time.
Most of the time. When human factors are not human. That's correct. Or are human. You don't shut up.
Is there anything else I'm missing? I always miss at least one thing.
Butts?
Butts.
No, I can't do that yet
Okay.
because we have to sign off.
Oh, okay.
Wait, we do
'Cause I
have to
always
sign
miss
off
that
before you do the butts.
Yeah, I can't do butts yet. No butt stuff yet.
Rules
Hey,
are
guys.
rules. It's good to define your boundaries.
Hey guys, it's I've wasted all my time. Hopefully, we've wasted all your time. And this is Jess.
Dave.
Cody.
This is Wasting All the Time. Thank you. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. Butts.
Bye. Congratulations. You've made it to the end of another episode of Wasting All the Time, a podcast. If you enjoyed this show, then please consider subscribing on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, or follow us on Spotify. If you really enjoyed the show, then head on over to patreon.com/timewastepod and become a supporter of our time-wasting efforts. Now, that was a lot of things I just threw at you, so if you forget all that, just head on over to wastingallthetime.com, and there we have all the answers.
Yeah,